Everybody, man, we got R.A. Peasy and my guy, Realistic Randy, in the building, man. As y'all see, you know what I'm saying? Our boy, man, our boy SK. He ain't here, but he's on the way, man. I promise you, man. He's on the way. You know what I'm saying? But hey, Randy, man, we got a lot to talk about tonight, though, man, because football is officially back. And that's a fact. All right, so we're going to get to that. We get to that right after this.
I say the same. I say the same. Alright.
Yo, what is going on, man? Shout out everybody in the building. Y'all make sure you hit the like button. As y'all see, there's a semi-new setup, man. But you know what? Don't stress, man. Me and Randy gonna hold it down, bruh. How you feeling, man?
I'm ready to rock, man. It was just so refreshing to watch the Vikings last Saturday afternoon and just watching them play, even though you only got to see the starters for one drive. But man, the amount of names that popped off after that first drive, as far as, okay, the olden days of getting a player here late or an undrafted free agent there, like just maybe one or two players per year or every other offseason, that's over with now. I mean, hell, after what I saw on Saturday, I think I raved about at least 6 or 7 players. And I didn't even talk about the quarterback, Max Brosmer. So we could talk about him too. How you feeling?
Man, I feel kind of the same way, man. I think Saturday's game, I'll say it probably was one of the more exciting preseason games. I'll say other than last year, JJ McCarthy's debut, I think that game had me like super hyped just based off of what he did. I'm like, oh, it's on. You feel me? Like, we about to fuck shit up. But then obviously the worst happened. But Saturday's game had me hyped about seeing all the young players like really step up, like the Xavier Scotts of the world, the Khalif, the safety Khalif of the world, man. Players like that out there making plays, and we get that every year, but something just feels different about this year, man. I'm loving all the young players, the guys that are out there with a chip on their shoulder. That's why I really value preseason, bro. Like, a lot of people will look at preseason and it's preseason. Bro, preseason is lit, bro. Like, that's when you can really see what you're cooking with. Not because, look, injuries happen, first of all, and it really shows you the culture of your football team. And think about this, Randy. We are 4-0 now, when it comes to preseason, ever since we drafted JJ McCarthy. I just gotta say, man, I just gotta throw that out there. You feel me? I know he ain't played, but hey, I gotta throw that stat out there. That's crazy.
Gotta see that in the regular season.
I know, right?
That's it.
Nah, man, I'm feeling good, man. We got quarterbacks looking good. Let's talk about JJ. I want to hear, I kind of want to see how long SK was going to take, because SK is expected to pop on, you guys, but we just don't know when. We'll revisit that when he gets here. But Randy, I want to ask you about the quarterback situation, JJ McCarthy. I'm seeing mixed feelings, bro. It was one drive, dog. Yeah, go ahead. It was one drive. Some fans are just, he didn't look good. That's not going to work during the season. I mean, like, how do you feel about the whole thing? I mean, to me, it's one drive, bro. One drive.
It's one drive, and they got points on the board out of it. Like, what else do you want from JJ McCarthy? You want him to throw a 75-yard bomb, and oh my God, we're so back? That's not how the NFL or any sport realistically works. Like, sometimes you're just going to have to accept those slow, steady, famine, feast type of drives. And it wasn't all for nothing. You got 3 points out of it. So unless now, if he were to play the whole half and have those stats that he did, then that would be a different conversation.
Oh, yeah.
But he did a pretty good job, I would say, all things considered, in that one drive. I think it's because we as a Vikings fan base were so desperate to just see or experience something like the Eagles and the Chiefs fans experience, where it's like, all right, darn it, we're ready to go. We're ready to rock finally. But instead, it's like, we didn't get that same two drives that we got from JJ McCarthy last year. We just got that one drive
Mhm,
on Saturday, and it
mhm.
was okay. I don't I we gotta be realistic when it comes to what it is that we're going to decide to bitch and moan about. And getting 3 points out of one drive, still moving the ball, maneuvering amongst pressure, taking off with his legs, despite his left guard struggling mightily, Donovan Jackson, and you still get 3 points out of it?
Yeah,
Come on, man. Like,
let's go.
what do you want, the moon?
Yeah, and I think that is what we want, man. Real quick, Randy, man. Let's shout out to the ones keeping the lights on over here, man. Shout out Barber Fade you up, man. I see you. Shout out Del in the building. Queen Mary. Queen Mary, we love you, Queen Mary. Good to see you tonight for sure. Mr. I want to mark. I got your message about fantasy football. I'm gonna get to you on that. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you tapping in. Everybody, make sure you hit the like button as well. Hit the like button because the season is here, man, and we are trying to get this channel booming. And it is going to happen, man. Y'all know it is, man. Shout out Vaughn, man. Appreciate you, man. Shout out Vaughn. You know what I'm saying? Holla at your boys, man. Hey, Cody, was good? Shout out to you. FT Maddie, man. Shout out to you. Appreciate you tapping in. And I think that's it. I think we got everybody for now, man. So shout out to everybody, man. When you come in, just hit the like button, wipe your feet at the door. Hold on. SK's texting me now, real quick, y'all. Let's see. We are. Let me tell him. I don't think he got my message on use the second link.
Oh,
He's like,
yeah.
y'all aren't live? Bro, what are you doing? We're right here, man.
We
We're
here.
live. We're
Where are
talking
you at?
Vikings football. Where are you? We're talking Vikings football, my brethren. But man, listen, Randy, I think this is the deal with the JJ McCarthy thing. I think this is the deal. Think about the expectation that he set from last year. I think that's an issue as far as for Vikings fans like that don't really like JJ, you know, mainly. And the problem is what he did last year. Now that he set the bar so damn high to where when he ran out on the field on Saturday, there were a group of fans that felt like he was supposed to just throw a fucking 400-yard touchdown. You know what I mean? Like they set the expectations to unrealistic measures, bro. That's
And
what happened.
I would say that's unfair because guess what, folks? For those that are disappointed in JJ McCarthy right now, the Chiefs and the Eagles, occasionally they have to settle for 3 points as well.
Yeah.
So uh, it is just not realistic to expect perfection every single drive, especially if you're only allowed to do one drive.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Justin Jefferson's not going to play in it, so your number one option's not going to be there. Like, come on, one drive, you got some points. Chiefs, Eagles, teams across the league, they got to go through some up and down battles, and I wouldn't even say that was an up and down battle. Like,
Yeah.
we got to slow down with this. I know it's exciting, JJ McCarthy, but I guess for those that are disappointed in JJ.
Mhm.
My question would be, okay, if you're disappointed in him, who would you rather see out there? Like Max Brosmer?
The
Like
Brosmer,
as a
man.
QB2, as QB2, I wouldn't mind it. Is it Brosmer or Brosmer?
I think so I call him Brosmer only because it sounds cool. I call him the Brosmer, man. You know what I mean? Like that's what I call him. But I think it is I think it is technically Brosmer though, but then some people say Brosmer. I don't fucking know. I guess whatever fit. Yeah, whatever you want to
Go for
call him.
legend.
Brosmer, same damn thing. But he looks good though, Randy. I'm gonna keep it real.
Yeah,
Bro look decent. Now we
he
gotta
did.
keep context. Obviously, he's playing, you know, practice squad players and third string for whatever the case may be. But man, he looks like he can make decisions, man. He's reading, going through his progressions, eyes, you know, those are things that I looked at. I mean, he's looking off safeties. He's doing all the right things, man. I don't know, man. People are saying he can be a push for QB2, but I think Sam Howell because obviously Sam Howell played good too. We got to give him his flowers too. He played good. Coming out of camp, there was a lot of talk about how Sam Howell looks horrible. Sam Howell looks horrible, but he only missed 2 passes, bro. He went, what, 11 for 13, I believe, 105?
Yep. That's exactly what he did.
That's not bad. It's not
It's not
bad.
bad. No. I I guess when it comes to uh, my personal belief with the QB2 is that it just doesn't matter. You don't want to get to that point because essentially, if you lose your QB1 and have to rely on your QB2, your season is over with. So for a guy like Sam Howell, we know what he's about. He is who he is. If you
Yeah.
have to rely on him to save your season, then it's all over with. I sure as hell don't want to see a damn thing else from Brett Rippin. That's for sure. I would say for at the very least, Max Brosmer should be the QB3, but I wouldn't even mind if he was able to elevate himself, whether it's via practice and or the rest of the preseason where he just keeps playing better and better. What, 5 for 8, 47 yards and a touchdown. And then he did rush well, hmm, he rushed for 5 attempts for a grand total of -1 along of
Because he
3
didn't get the
yards, so
QB
not
sneak.
great.
Yeah. He
Yeah,
got the
like
QB sneak touchdown.
yeah. Well, that's I think that's the thing that you have to keep in mind. I don't wanna get too hyped up over I don't wanna keep doing the same thing that we do every year, where
Yeah.
it's just like, "Oh my gosh, the QB2, QB2, QB2." Sam Howell was okay. Max Brosmer could be the guy, but we all know how this works. Out of every Minneapolis Miracle, or for every Minneapolis Miracle season that you have with your backup quarterback, you're gonna have a bunch of Josh Dobbs and Sean Mannions and all the other stuff where, all right, the season's over. What else
Yeah.
can you do?
Yeah. Hey, I will say this, Randy. I believe Brett Rippin, right, may be your next candidate, man, for the Sean Mannion, bro. Why do I have this weird feeling that Brett
He's
Rippin
sorry.
will
Oh, Brett Rippin. Okay, I thought you were talking about
yeah, no,
Broswell.
no.
My
Brett
bad, my
Rippin
bad.
will hang around, right? You want to know why? Because he is a great QB room guy. You know what I mean? The way he holds the clipboard, you know what I mean? Like just the way the clipboard sits in the palms, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you cannot get rid of a guy like that. You need that. I think I really, for some reason, I have this weird feeling Brett Rippin's going to be on this team longer than he's supposed to be. And you're going to be doing video. I'm here for it though. You know, the Brett Rippin skits are going to hit different, man. I got to say, I'm ready for
I'm
it.
not I mean, I'm not gonna be bothered either way. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and go all the way off like I did for Kyle Sloter and
Yeah,
Jaron Hall just because of how this team operates. But then again, Kirk Cousins isn't the starting quarterback anymore. So
right.
that fear of him having fear that his job is on the line isn't gonna be there because we have JJ McCarthy. So, but either way, whether it's Brett Rippin or
Yeah.
Brosmer, it's not gonna bother me at all. I'm just gonna roll with it.
Yeah. One more thing on the quarterback, and I want the chat. I want you guys to put down in the chat how you feel about this. Do you believe we're going to see JJ McCarthy anymore this preseason?
Mm, I'd like to.
Yeah,
Like
I'm with you.
I'd like to see one more drive
Yeah.
the next game, but after that, I'm super good.
So, because I thought about this too the other night, and I was like, I think I might have touched on it last night, and I was like, I want to see him play one drive. If you're going to just do one drive, right? Because obviously, as a fan of JJ McCarthy, I would obviously wanted to see more. Like I was like, bro, at least let him play the quarter, man.
And
Come
dudes
on.
get hurt
They
easily.
do. They do. You know, but I'm like, let him play the quarter, man. At least. Come on. Or at least go down and put a touchdown up. 2 drives. So, but I say, okay, you did what you did. That's cool. It looked good. I accept it. But I agree with you. I think next game, they should let him do a drive again. And even maybe even the last game, let him do a drive. Like, fuck it, 3 drives throughout the whole preseason. I think that's good because he hasn't played football, man. And I think it's crucial for him to at least get some live bullets flying, man. Like I really do. Now, it's not gonna, I don't know if it's gonna make or break the season and if he's gonna be successful during the actual season or not, but I say it wouldn't hurt, you know, and it's like one of those deals where it's going to do nothing but benefit unless a freak accident happens, which We don't want that shit. But you take that chance regardless, right? Like he can go out there week 1 and Soldier Field and drop back and leg falls off. You know what I mean? I mean, I feel like with football, yet you can avoid things like preseason. Don't just put your guys out there and have them acting like this is for the Super Bowl. But I think it's football, and if you try to be too safe and try to protect, that's when bullshit happens. Just let them go out there and play the game that they've been playing their whole life, man. I think he'll be all right, man. I want to touch on the offensive line, man. I heard you say earlier, Donovan Jackson, man. You said
Man,
JJ looked
it
good,
was
even
rough.
with Jonathan Jackson looking rough. Touch on that, man.
Dude, there was, I think, 1 or 2 plays. I know there was at least 1 play.
Some of the
Now,
one he got
mind
put on
you,
his ass.
dude just got driven back. Actually, it was at least 2 plays where
Yeah,
he just had no base. Like he
right,
had no strength in his legs, no foundation whatsoever. And
right.
I'm like, oh, we cannot have that. But
Mhm.
it was 1 drive, so I'm not going to sit here and bitch about it because he's a rookie.
Right.
So a lot, he needs to play. Like, I don't care if they put JJ on ice and say, all right, it's going to be Brett Rippin, Sam Howell, and Max Brosmer the rest of this preseason. We're not going to see McCarthy. Even if that means, all right, we're going to sit Jordan Addison or something. You do not sit Donovan Jackson at all. And I don't want this to come off of me sounding like I'm just being cruel or like too harsh on them. I'm just saying we need to see some sort of positive going into
Yeah.
the regular season instead of the lasting memory we have before week 1 of Donovan Jackson getting bullied, pushed back twice in 1 drive.
Yeah. Nah, it did look kind of rough. As I went back and watched that play, part of it, he did trip too. I think his feet got tied up. Now I guess it's kind of it's blurry, man. There's a gray area there. But if you really go back and watch that one where he got put on his ass, because when I first saw it, I'm like, yo, you just got bullied. Bradbury, is that you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought Bradbury was back on the team, man. I'm like, yo, who the fuck is this dude? But like, I think just timing with the center, with Kelly and him, I think that'll work itself out, like with them just kind of figuring out where they're at and stuff like that. I think that's something that just going to take a little bit of repetition after a couple of reps, man. I have high hopes on Donovan Jackson. I think he's going to be good.
Yeah.
And I know you stated that in your video, like regardless of what happened in this preseason game, I know you still said you still believe he's going to be good and stuff like that, man. Because I'm excited about him being a first round pick, man. He has to pan out. I mean, Kwesi has a lot on the line. That motherfucker better pan out. You know what I mean? Like for real, he better.
Well, he got his
Absolutely better.
extension, so I mean, I don't know. He technically could coast it out even if this draft class fails. But I
You
see
don't
what
think
you're
that you
saying.
don't think they would fire? You don't think they would still fire Kwesi if shit was to go south with JJ McCarthy, your boy Donovan Jackson? You don't think they would? I think they would. I don't think they would let it ride out. I think they would say fuck it.
They're an extremely patient ownership group. I mean, you see how long they put up with Zimmer before they finally said, "All right, we got to make a change here."
Yeah,
That I think as long as the Vikings are winning games, they've won since this regime got here. Outside of the 2023 season when Kirk got hurt,
yeah,
you're talking about a 13-4 and 14-3 record for
yeah.
2 years, 2 out of those 3 years. I think as long as you're winning, the Wolf brothers, who again, they are so patient that they will give you every chance possible to be successful.
Mhm.
I just don't I think if anything, they would let the contracts run out before, "Oh, we're gonna fire you." I don't see that
Yeah.
happening.
So let's talk about and great take. I could see that too because they are like that. I could see that.
No.
Let's talk about some losers though, other than I guess Donovan Jackson you had on there, even though we don't want to be too rough on him, but he was quote unquote a loser for that. But let's talk about who are some other losers you spotted in that game, Randy, man? Because
Losers.
there's
Mm.
one that there's Let me see. Let me think of one that I think. Drop it in the chat too. Y'all drop it in the chat. Your main loser of that game. I'm trying to think between. I got my one that I gotta go with.
You want to go?
Yeah, Ty Chandler. I gotta go Ty Chandler, bro.
Yeah. That's an easy one.
Bro.
It's funny because like I was sitting here thinking, what losers are really out there besides Donovan Jackson in that one drive? Like I feel like everybody was great. That is except for Brett Rippin. That's my loser. But Ty Chandler, that job is on the line. You're gonna have to play some catch up, bro.
Hey, facts, bro. Hold on, y'all. I gotta send SK the link real quick. He's trying to tap in. He said he can't get in. Hold on, y'all. My bad. SK just you know what I mean? Like, hey, listen, man, SK just got the whole mojo just going left. He better come in with the fucking hottest takes that we've ever heard when he gets in this building. All right. For real. Let me tell him I just
I agree with you though that Ty Chandler, I mean, we've been waiting a long time for Ty Chandler to do anything consistently.
Yeah.
This guy, Xavier Scott, yesterday, what I saw from him yesterday was a third guy on this team that can run between the tackles, a physical running back. So that way you always have fresh legs at the running back position and can still be productive on offense regardless of who's out there, because you're going to have a good offensive line. You're going to have the threat of play action. You just need a running back that can take advantage of those situations. Ty Chandler, the jig is up, man.
Bro, 5 carries, Randy, for 5
yards. Yeah. I'm
1 yard a carry, bro. That is a fireable offense. Okay. I talked about this shit last night. I said, bro, that is those are grounds to be cut. I'm just gotta be honest with you, man. They really are, man. Because not only that, you're playing against backups and you can't do it. This is your 3rd year. The man of the hour.
Hey,
man.
look at that.
Hey man, I heard there was a
Here,
let's
get the there we go. Let's keep the order the same, man. There we go, man. Shout out SK in the building.
I heard there was a party down here at the Purple Parlor, so I decided to show up. I'm a little late.
About damn time,
fashionably late.
Fashionably late. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
How we feeling, fellas?
We were just talking about Ty Chandler. Rap wants to talk about the losers first.
Yeah.
Brought up Ty
We're
Chandler.
talking about the losers. Yep.
Me personally, I'm done.
You cooked them.
So here's I agree with you, Randy, because Scott out of Maine looked really good last Saturday. Young, gonna be cheaper. My thing is that Ty Chandler got a lot of touches. A lot of those touches didn't set him up for success in that game. There was a lot of check downs where there was a defender right in his face. He still caught the ball there. And I'm not giving him excuses by any means, because Scott did look better. But I don't want us to jump too far to a conclusion of Ty Chandler is just terrible and Scott is way better than Ty Chandler. I think Ty Chandler could have been set up for a little more success in that preseason game than what he was. And I expect him to have a better preseason game too. But the way Scott is looking, man, what was it? 5 carries for
5 yards. Oh, no, you're talking about Scott? Yeah, 5 carries, 7 carries for 40 yards.
7 carries for 40 yards. He looked spry. He looked like he shot out of a cannon. He's breaking tackles. He was showing speed. I like what I see out of him. But let's not count Ty Chandler out just yet, because I think he's going to have a really good preseason game too.
Where do you see where do you see us, SK, where do you see us using Ty Chandler? Like where do you see Ty Chandler making this football team?
Well, just kind of like how we always talk about every offseason training camp time. The difference, if you're in these position battles, the difference that's going to get you on this 53-man roster is, can you play special teams? What can you do on special teams? So I may have missed something. I didn't see Scott playing special teams, and I don't think I saw Ty Chandler either. Now I know he was returning kicks for us for a little bit a year or two ago, but that could be the deciding factor in that race. If it gets tight right now, I think Scott is kind of leading that battle right now. But there's still plenty of time. We got 2 more preseason games. We got joint practices. We got a bunch of stuff coming up that's going to help them make that decision. But I just think Scott has got the upper hand right now. But that special teams aspect of it, I don't know if that ties into this position battle or not. But that's usually the deciding factor.
Yeah.
Well, especially if we can get something out of him at the punt returner position. I don't know if he can necessarily do that because Rondale Moore, he's out for the year. So I think for a guy like Ty Chandler, being on special teams, for me anyway, at this point, he's going into his 4th season. If there's any spot on this roster for Ty Chandler, for me, it's on special teams. I'm over it, man. Every year we're like, all right, Ty Chandler, this is the year he's gonna get it. Alex Madison, he's gone. Now it's time for it's Ty Chandler time. No, it's not.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's
Respectfully.
We've
I
been
agree.
waiting.
Yeah. Shout out everybody in the building, man. Y'all make sure you hit the like button on the way in. Hit the like button so we can push this out, man. We appreciate you guys tonight, man. Hey, look, man, football is back, man. SK, me and Randy were talking about JJ McCarthy real quick. Just give your take on JJ McCarthy's performance, man. How'd you feel about the outing, man? The debut.
It's just about kind of what I expected. I wasn't expecting the performance we got last year. Last year we had some leeway to play with. We had Sam Darnold. They were in kind of a competition for the starting position, and JJ ended up getting hurt. But we had kind of runway there to where not that we're thinking about JJ getting hurt by any means, but you have a quarterback battle. You want to give the young rookie some time on the field, and he ended up getting banged up. But I wasn't expecting this 180-yard, 11 for 14 type of game. I was expecting 1 or 2 series, and that one series was perfect. It was nice and long. It was very balanced. He was a little inaccurate on some of those passes, but he made the right read. That was the most important one to me. Is I can deal with a little bit of inaccuracy early when he's got the early jitters. He hasn't been on the football field in live action in a year. I get that. So some of his passes were a little off target. Now, luckily, Jordan Addison is really good at what he does and was bringing in those passes. And he missed Lucky Jackson on that. That would have been a touchdown if he would have hit Lucky Jackson.
Yeah.
Threw it a little high, but that's going to happen early. I'm fine with that happening right now. It may happen a couple times early in the season, but we got to realize he's still a young quarterback. There's still going to be mistakes that young quarterbacks make that Minnesota Vikings fans aren't used to. We haven't had a young franchise quarterback like this since Teddy Bridgewater. So you got to give him, some slack here and let him kind of find his feet, get his feet under him in the NFL. But overall, I liked it. He ran when he needed to run. He looked very poised in the pocket. He was throwing with pressure in his face. He did everything that I expected him to do. Yes, he does have to clean up some things, but overall, I think he looked really good and he's making the right read. Most importantly, the offensive line looked great. Donovan Jackson did have that one moment where he had his welcome to the moment NFL. But I did notice that people have been posting on Twitter that he got stepped on or something coming out of his stance or something like that. That may or may be right. But again, that's another young guy getting his feet wet, getting his feet under him in the NFL. That's fine with me. Get all that out of your system now to when week 1 comes along, you're ready to go. So I think he looked great. I think the offensive line looked great. Will Fries looked like, okay, this is the guy who we paid for. I like this. But no, JJ McCarthy looked great. I wasn't expecting some crazy stat line or some ridiculous game. I expected him to have a little bit of jitters in this game, and that's fine.
Yeah.
It's the instant gratification culture where it's like we want to see something right out the gate so we can talk about it on Monday.
Yeah.
And instead, it's, well, he was okay, nothing to raise hell about. He's a
Mhm.
guy who's going to have to prove himself. I don't believe in him. So that's what we're going to get. And we're going to have to accept that reality from the media that doesn't really pay that much attention to this team. But
Yeah.
I'm with you, SK. I think JJ did a solid job, and you got 3 points out of it. So, I mean, Jared Goff misses some throws sometimes, Mahomes, like everybody does it. Josh Allen,
Yeah.
nah, he's going to
But
be good.
JJ, Randy, man, the world has JJ on this different type of pedestal though. His rules are a little different. He's not allowed to miss passes. You know what I mean? Like that's what it comes down to. He's
He's
not
held to a
allowed.
higher standard.
Yeah, he's too high. The standard's too high, man. He's supposed to throw for 400 yards in one quarter. One quarter. I mean,
I think it's because he's a Viking.
yeah.
But I
Yeah.
for it's just really easy for the national media to shit on the Vikings whenever they can.
Yeah.
And I think most of it in part, or most of it, I'm gonna say, is because outside of Minnesota, the media, they don't pay attention to the Vikings, so they don't know what they're talking about. And I
Right.
talked about Colin Cowherd a couple of weeks ago where he just said, "Yeah, JJ McCarthy, he hasn't played a down in football yet, and yeah, he had that one preseason game, but I don't think this is gonna work out." And it's like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about? And then he referred to, check out the scouting reports, people I trust. Everything except for what I saw from him at Michigan is what
Exactly.
he used to downgrade
Exactly.
JJ McCarthy. So I'm fully expecting it, but no, he's going to be fine, man.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah. Shout out Kyle Turd, man.
no, and I look, I'm a Cowherd fan. I watch his show. That's one of my favorite guys, and he sometimes he just talks out of his ass. What upset me about that, and this is it makes you laugh in a sense, is Colin has been so adamant, and other people around the league and other reporters or bloggers or whatever, they've been adamant of this is the best coaching staff in the league. This is you know towards the top half of rosters, top 10 roster in the league. And then they go back to, oh, well, JJ McCarthy's unproven. I don't know. But you're talking about we have the best coaching staff in the league. We have one of the best rosters in the league. But you still haven't have us finishing last in the division. Like it's just so like you're contradicting yourself in a sense. So you're saying we have the best coaching staff in the league. Number one, we have a
Mhm.
top 10 roster. I think we're gonna have a top 3, top 5 defense this year. I think our defense is
Yeah,
gonna be really fucking good.
yeah.
Yeah. Me
Great
too.
offensive line. We addressed every position of need this offseason. And you're going to turn around and be like, well, JJ McCarthy's a quarterback. So they're going to finish last in the division. So you're just contradicting everything you just said. Everything that you normally see in contending teams or at least playoff teams, we have it. Great
Mhm.
coaching staff, really good defense, really good in the trenches. We just got a young quarterback that, like Randy said, the Minnesota Vikings quarterback is just that's who everybody wants to pick on. It doesn't matter who our quarterback is. They will find a way to short that quarterback. Like it's just normal. I think we're used to it by now.
Yeah, no, in fact. Shout out Papa Gary in the building, man. Let's go. I see you. Chevy, what's good? Shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in, man. For sure. Who are some losers, SK? Who are some losers? Me and Randy, we just agreed on Ty Chandler, but like, can we pick one more?
I
Does
threw
anybody
in
have
Brett
another loser?
Rippon's name too.
Oh yeah, Brett
Yeah,
Rippin. That's right.
Ty Chandler, Brett Rippin. I would say, I mean, not necessarily for the preseason game. I got to put Addison in there as a loser because we're going to miss him the first 3 games. I'm putting him in as a loser because he's looking so fucking good in training camp and in preseason to where it's like, come on, man, we're not going to have this for the first
Yeah,
3 games of the season. You
yeah,
could tell. Now, obviously, Justin Jefferson hasn't been out on the practice field, and we don't know the type of rapport and relationship that JJ and Justin Jefferson have. But you can tell JJ and Addison, they have developed a connection. That is JJ's main guy right now. And Hawkinson as well. But definitely Jordan Addison having such a good offseason, such a good training camp, and having to miss those first 3 games after looking so good, I got to put you on the loser list. I just got to.
Wow.
And
Okay.
then another one that I would say, whoever's ahead of Gabe Murphy on the depth chart, maybe. I mean, what was it? 2 sacks? Should have been 3 sacks. And he looked really good.
So Dallas, can we put Dallas Turner as a loser, bro? I mean, he did miss. He did
really
miss
don't
2
wanna go to
tackles.
that point.
He did miss 2 tackles right in front of my eyes. Seen it with my own eyes.
Look, you're gonna send us down a real rabbit hole here because you guys know how I feel about Kwesi's drafting, right? And we saw with Ty Felton. Ty Felton did not look the part. Yes, he had a good special teams play. I think he had 1 catch.
He had
1 or
2
2
catches.
catches.
I think he may have had 2 catches for 14 yards.
He's not impressive to me. He's just not. Like, I don't see him having an impact on this team. And when you're was he a third round pick,
Third
right?
round. Yeah.
When you're a third round pick, I don't expect you to be a starter, especially with Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson in this wide receiver room. But you got to be able to make an impact on this team. And it may be special teams. And again, we talked about special teams earlier. That can sway a lot of people's opinions on things. But when it comes to being a receiver, if you're a third round pick, I expect you to make a difference on the offensive side of the ball. I don't see Ty Felton doing much on the offensive side of the ball. He's going to get the playing time with Jordan Addison not playing the first 3 games, but Lucky Jackson looks so much fucking better. Like,
that's true.
Yeah.
My winner would be Lucky Jackson. And if JJ McCarthy had got that ball down a little bit, he would have had a long touchdown too.
Yeah, no. I definitely think Lucky Jackson is making a case for that wide receiver, 2 or 3, really 3 spot, I guess.
He's making
3 spot.
He's our Tristan Jackson this year.
I'm glad you brought up Tristan Jackson, bro, because I did a poll last night, right? Because right now, and real quick with the Ty Felton, the funny thing I think that was being talked about was Jordan Addison. This may be his last year because we're not going to pay him, and Ty Felton is the replacement. Bro, do you understand the drop-off that we will see? Do you understand the drop-off that we are going to see if that's the case? That shit is going to be nasty.
When you draft a receiver in the 3rd round, you're expecting him to eventually either take somebody's spot or to make a difference for this offense. We're not just picking a wide receiver in the 3rd round for just depth. Like,
I'm gonna give him a little bit more time. I'm gonna give Ty Felton a little bit more time.
Yeah, it's 1 preseason game.
Yeah, but he hasn't been impressive during training
camp. Yeah, no, camp has been ugly.
Everything that I've heard from him from camp is drops.
Yeah.
Doesn't look comfortable. And that could change. He could just have some jitters and he's just kind of getting his feet wet is kind of the fucking saying of the day today, isn't it? He may be getting his feet wet in this NFL shit. But I would put him under my loser list too.
Yeah.
Because Lucky Jackson looks so good. It's just
that's true.
Shout out J10, the villain. Shout out to you. Shout out Mav in the building. I see you, Mav, man. Delton said we have Addy for 5 years under contract. This year coming up is year 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So really technically, I guess he would want to do a contract next year. He would want us to offer him something next year because he's not going to play his last year.
I'd give him an extension now. You're not going to get him any cheaper than what you're going to get right now.
Well, we got some issues with that though. Trying to do that now. I don't know. Well, yeah, because I think next year we're not in good cap. We're not in good cap situation next year.
We're in cap hell. We're in cap hell. But where there's a will, there's a way.
Always a way.
I mean, if you got to spread some of that ish out, go ahead and do it. Addison is that guy.
No, he is that guy.
And he's showing it.
And he was impressive with Jets on the sidelines. So it's not like, Addison needs Jefferson on the field to be effective. Even if he's not out there, Addison is his own guy.
Yeah,
I agree, man. If you can lock him up early and avoid what the Cowboys are dealing with Micah Parsons or what the Bengals went through with T. Higgins. Now, they they eventually re-signed T. Higgins and all of that stuff, but I just don't want any of that drama, that cloud hanging over
Yeah.
TCO Performance Center. If you can get it done next offseason or even earlier than that, hey, that'd be a
Yeah, do
great
it.
job.
Yeah, do
Yeah.
it. If you can do it, do it. Yeah, I
Mm,
agree
I
100%,
think
man.
you still have the upper hand on the negotiations after this season too. Even if he has a great season this year after that 3-game suspension, you could still go into this off season and say, "Hey, look, Addison, we want to extend you, man, but you know there is a couple things that were off the field that we're a little concerned about, but we believe in you. We want you on this team."
Yeah.
I think you still have a good negotiation tactic after this off season. You can still kind of, it sounds bad, but in a sense, kind of use it in your favor of, you got some off the field issues that we're kind of concerned about, but we're still gonna pay you. And I think you can get a Jordan Addison for under $30 million a year. We see how much these receivers are getting, and we know how good Addison is.
Mm,
I think at this point you can
that's gonna
get
be
him
tough.
for under 30 mil a
That
year.
is gonna be tough.
That's gonna be pretty tough. Now, I will say this. Somebody said this a couple streams ago. Take credit if you're in the chat and you remember when I say this. Somebody said hot take. They said they believe Jordan Addison's gonna have a better year than Justin Jefferson. And you
Mm,
know, I
it's not
kind
too
of
far-fetched.
it's not too far.
Ah,
It's not a super hot take, man, when I sit
Yeah.
back and think about it. Like, especially if we gauge it, like obviously we'll have to
mm,
prorate the 3 games. But like, even with the 3 games, bro, like I think Jordan Addison about to go off, bro.
oh,
I think JJ McCarthy loves Jordan Addison, bro.
okay. I know I kind of like was intrigued by it when you first said it, but we got to realize how dominant Justin Jefferson has been year in and year out. Like, are we really expecting him to go from a 1,400, 1,500 yard receiver to, he's gonna have to drop a little. We're gonna be more of a running team than we've been in previous years. So there's not gonna be as many opportunities in the pass game. And a lot of those opportunities are going to go to Justin Jefferson. So unless Justin Jefferson gets hurt, I don't think I can agree with that. I think Jordan Addison will have a really good year, but Justin Jefferson has put together great historical seasons.
Yeah.
So it's gonna cost Justin Jefferson to take a step back and Jordan Addison to take a big step forward for that to happen. So I don't think that's it. I
Well,
wouldn't be surprised.
history says, man, after these guys, and this is not to say that Justin Jefferson all of a sudden isn't going to be a great wide receiver, but history tells me that after these guys sign these huge contracts, for some odd reason, I don't know what it is, you know what I mean? I don't make the rules. They just don't play the damn same. I don't understand. Or just let's just say the
Mhm.
numbers aren't there. You know what I mean? The
Well,
numbers
after
aren't
they
the
get
same.
paid.
You're like, yo, you
That's
just
true.
you just signed for the
Mhm.
bag. Now all of a sudden you want to fucking only get 800 yards this year? Like, yeah, and now if we have to go into it looking like, okay, well, we passed a lot less, then okay, we'll have to talk about that afterwards. But if we're giving him the same amount of opportunities that we've done the past 3-4 years and his numbers are down, bro, there's something to be said there. And that's what history tells me is gonna happen.
Yeah. If we're talking about the wide receiver room too, I don't know if you guys touched on it yet. You gotta feel terrible for Rondell Moore. Like, I
Yeah.
Oh
feel
man,
Yeah.
terrible for Rondell Moore, man. Like,
super bad, super bad.
did they confirm it's a ACL?
He
Or
posted something on IG today saying blessed with a picture of
yeah,
him
which you can never
walking.
read. I
Yeah.
mean, that probably means it's serious, or it could mean, hey, we
But
still,
no news is coming. No, there has been no absolute news that's come out yet with the MRIs.
yeah.
So right now, I kind of unless Randy, unless you can find something there quick. I think last time I checked though, there was no kind of actual
It was
definite
just
news out.
fear of ACL, right?
Yeah, yeah, it was all just, and that cast, man, that air cast, that is like something that is common for when they just want to be safe. So
Yeah.
like, yeah, when you see it being brought out, you're automatically think the worst, and I get that. I think everybody does, but it really is protocol just to make sure. It's like let's just be safe and let's put this air cast on you, bro. Like just in case. You might only have a sprained ankle, but still yet, bro. Like
I think his reaction told us what it was. Like he was literally
he had to
why?
get carted off
Yeah.
and towel over his head.
It did not look good.
It didn't look good.
It didn't look good at all.
It looked like out for the season.
So with that being said, do we got to sign a wide receiver now?
The silence, man. I don't know. He was gonna be a piece, bro.
Because you got to think of the type of wide receiver he is. Like he was gonna be the kind of end around guy that was gonna get stuff out of this
Silas Bolden
guy. Do we go out there and sign a guy? And I know he's old, but do we go out there and sign a guy like a Cordero Patterson that's the type of stuff he does?
Because he's more of a kickoff returner, right?
Yeah, they're two opposite players. I don't think there's
and he's never really been that wide receiver that can break things open. He's more of like a poor man's Percy Harvin. Just get the ball in his hands real quick and he can make plays.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. If anything, if the Vikings are going to make a move, I would like for them to make a move for an actual wide receiver.
Yeah. I like Tyler Boyd. Bro. And Dylan brought up Tyler Boyd. That would be lit. Obviously Adam Thielen's out there, but then I wouldn't be surprised.
He's not. Adam Thielen's not out there. I know it's a pipe dream.
You're right. It is kind of a pipe dream.
I think he's a lot more important to the Panthers than what people realize.
Yeah.
He's got two young receivers.
But how do you feel about Amari Cooper? His name's being floated.
I wouldn't mind Amari Cooper at all.
I've refrained from saying his name because I feel like the Vikings, like that would be such a big move that I don't think the Vikings would do it. Because then when Addison returns from his suspension, a guy of Amari Cooper's caliber, I mean, will he be all right being the wide receiver 3 after that?
Well, you got to make that clear as you bring him in.
Do you want to be wide receiver 3 or do you want to not have a job? That would be my.
But I heard he technically retired and isn't really tripping on playing football anyway.
He's not in a rush.
Yeah, like so I don't think that conversation, and I don't think he's gonna be like, fuck y'all, you know what I mean? Like I can chill. You know what I mean? Like I'm just trying to help y'all out. But I think if you're fair to him and say, hey, look, you know our plan. This is our plan. We obviously Addison's gonna be out, but we still believe you bring a ton of value and we're gonna utilize you a lot. But your days of being wide receiver 1 and damn near wide receiver 2 on our team is just not in the game plan. But wide receiver 3 all day, bro. Lock that shit up. You know what I mean? And still get opportunities. He may be okay with that because there's not a lot of pressure. You know what I'm saying? He can just go out there. He can mentor the younger guys coming up. But I will say another name, SK, that I know you're gonna be excited about, man, is Tristan Jackson. That was floated around too. And I say, hold on, Randy. Hold up.
You better stop it, Randy.
Hey, and look.
I better stop it.
Yes,
I better stop.
You don't treat Tristan Jackson like he's Jeff Okudah.
What has Tristan Jackson done?
Well, this is what I'll say, Randy. Hold on.
Besides be a flash in the pan.
But hold on. This is what I'll say with Tristan Jackson and why I kind of liked it when somebody mentioned it. And I put it on the poll too, matter of fact, was because when you look at last year's preseason with JJ McCarthy, they had a connection, bro. And think about his relationship with Justin Jefferson. I mean, he brings a lot. He brings camaraderie to the locker room. It would be an easy transition, right? Like, I mean, he would jump right in and be able to compete. I mean, would you say Tristan Jackson's better than Jalen Nailor? I would say he can be better than Jalen Nailor, like more productive than Jalen Nailor right now.
Neither does anything for me. Neither of those guys. Okay. And by the way, we're talking about, Tristan Jackson. He's on that same level as Ty Chandler, where every year this is going to be the year that he's going to finally do something. Tristan Jackson is not that guy. And we're talking about not even potentially, we're talking about Jefferson and then receivers after that. So what, Tristan Jackson would be the wide receiver 3?
I think it would be. I say this. I think it would be worth bringing him in. I think it'd be worth bringing him in to at least compete. That's all I'm gonna say. It'd be
So
worth bringing him in.
every opportunity that Tristan Jackson has gotten, he's performed. Now, I'm not saying he's went out there and dominated by any means, but every chance, which the majority of those chances have been in preseason, he has performed.
SK
And
about to cook. This is
we
boy right here.
we can go back, Randy. Who's another player that performed every single time he stepped on the football field in preseason that we vouched for, that we rode for?
Slaughter.
But if preseason is the ceiling that we're talking about when it comes to a professional football player, obviously he wasn't good enough to make plays in the regular season or be a factor in the regular season. I'm just saying we've gone down this road so many times, and if you need to fill in that missing production at wide receiver for Addison's suspension, you need to get as real of a wide receiver as you can, which is why I'm like, all right, Amari Cooper, that makes sense as long as he's down for the situation he'd be walking into. But Tristan Jackson, like,
Okay, so you're looking at it in a different perspective from me. I'm not looking at it as him coming to be the wide receiver too. I'm looking at it as we're getting quality depth here. We're getting a guy that's been here before, that has a relationship with the rest of this team and the rest of this wide receiver room. He knows the playbook. I'm not saying, hey, let's go sign Tristan Jackson and he's going to put up the same production as Jordan Addison for no. I understand that's not happening. But Tristan Jackson as a wide receiver 3 or a wide receiver 4 the first 3 games of the season is absolutely a win in my opinion. He hasn't done anything to make me say Tristan Jackson shouldn't be on the football field. Why is he on my team? Why is he on the football field? Every time he's got out there, he's performed. He's done his job. He's done a really good job at it. Now, I think he's on Arizona's active roster. I know they haven't cut down to 53 yet, but they signed him to was it a futures contract? Or they might have just signed him as a free agent this past offseason. I'm not too sure. But he may not be available to just pick off the practice squad. And I think that's what the Vikings are waiting on, not necessarily just for Tristan Jackson, but just in general. To when guys start getting cut, there's going to be some more quality wide receivers out there that you can go and pick up and be a good depth piece for the first 3 weeks. So I really think that's what the Vikings are waiting on. And if I'm being honest, it's kind of what the Vikings do. Last year, we picked up Stephon Gilmore late, which was great, and I think he had a really good year. But we always usually just go out there and get a depth guy. We're not going to go out there and get some big name that's going to make some splash move. And Amari Cooper is on the Minnesota Vikings. Oh, my God. They're going to trade Jordan Addison, and they're not going to do that. So
to be honest with you, man, I'm with Tyler Boyd the most. I think Boyd has that big playability. You know, he can play in the slot. He's shifty, man, and the Titans really don't value him. So I know he would want to come up to Minnesota and play. We may have to trade something, but I think it'd be worth it because you're not going to give up the farm or anything. It would be a simple trade. You know, based off history with Kwesi, it would probably be an eye for an eye type of trade. You know what I mean? He's very good at those. So I'm okay with that type of trade. But Delton right here said we're loaded. We got Jackson, Felton, Price, Jones. Bro, we're good. Price is another name. I don't know, man. And part of it, honestly, when you go and draft a guy like Felton, I know we're having conversations about, hey, the Minnesota Vikings need to go get a wide receiver. But honestly, when you committed in the draft to get Ty Felton, bro, that is what you did that for. When you went into the draft with only 4 picks and you decided to go wide receiver after you just paid Justin Jefferson $40 million and you went wide receiver with your 2nd pick in the draft, bro, like we shouldn't even be having conversations technically about trying to bring in Amari Coopers or anybody. Yeah. This falls back on Kwesi Adofo-Mensah. Ty Felton's supposed to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like he's supposed to be the substitute for 3 games. That's just the facts. You know?
Yeah, we knew that suspension was coming.
Yeah.
So
well, the solution to the lack of wide receivers to start the year?
Run the ball. Tight ends. TJ Hawkinson.
Run the mother bleeping ball.
Run the
with
ball.
Aaron Jones, Jordan Mason. Xavier Scott.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm excited
God
for that.
damn it.
I know when Zimmer was here, we were always real like critical of why are we always running the ball so much? And I
Yeah.
don't think we'll get to that point to where we're like, why are we running the ball on 3rd and 8? It doesn't make sense. I don't think we're
Yeah.
getting to that point. But I'm kind of excited to see somewhat of like a smash mouth, aggressive, nasty offense. I'm excited to see that again in Minnesota. I'm sorry. I know we all love let's sling the ball around and chuck the ball downfield. I'm a little excited to see Jordan Mason and Aaron Jones get the rock these first
Yeah.
3 games.
I'll be okay with it, man. I'm starting to lean into my let's get back to the 1995, run the damn
Yeah.
ball type of vibes. I think I'll be okay with it, man, especially for at least half the season until JJ McCarthy can really get his feet up under him and get real comfortable. I think the more games you can win by doing that, the better the situation is for JJ McCarthy and the deeper of a playoff run we can make too. So, hey, look, man, I'm all for it. I still just don't believe it's gonna be that though. Like just
It will be
because
early. It will be early.
maybe early, yes, because of the Jordan Addison thing.
Yeah.
I think that
Yeah.
will kind of play a part, right? But when Jordan Addison gets back, bruh, week 4, we back to slinging that rock around it. We slinging that pigskin around the field, man. I just can't see Kevin O'Connell turning into this, Mike Zimmer mindset
It
type
just
of
Oh, no,
guy.
no, no,
depends
no, no.
on
Just don't see it.
how
No.
it depends on how JJ progresses.
Yeah.
But I'm with SK. The first 3 games,
Yeah.
your legitimate threats in the passing game are only going to be Jets and TJ
Mhm.
Hawkinson.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jets is easily going to get double teamed.
Yep.
So you're going to have a lot of single coverage with guys like Jalen Naylor and Lucky Jackson. So unless you feel like you can confidently toss the pigskin and you can get 30 points per game, even with Addison's absence,
Mhm.
like you're going to have to run the football. So it's
Yeah.
about the situation that you're in right now. And I don't think the Vikings to start the year they'll have the luxury to sling it like they want to
Yeah. And
until
almost
Addison gets back.
we can almost look at week 4 and kind of obviously the first 3 weeks are the first 3 weeks they count. But I think week 4 is when we can really evaluate JJ McCarthy and this football team of kind of what this team is going to be. Because that first 3 weeks, it's going to be choppy. There's going to be times where it looks ugly. There's going to be times where we're just running the ball down teams' throats. That's part of the process. So I think week 4 is when we're like, all right, listen, we got Jordan Addison back. JJ McCarthy got 3 games under his belt now. Let's fucking rock. So I
Yeah.
think week 4 is going to be our quote week 1 in a sense, if that makes any sense to you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, hey, look, man, I'm all for it. I'm all for it, and I like the idea of it. Again, I just don't think that's what's going to happen, but I hope I'm
Yeah.
wrong because I do believe that is the formula. Like you said, especially the first 3 weeks. I think that's the formula that we have to go with. A lot of play action. You just can't get too one-dimensional because then it's going to just make it that much harder, not only on JJ, but it's going to make it harder on our running backs too. If we get too one-dimensional, man, and they say, oh, we know they were going to run the ball, then I don't know, man. They start loading that box and start getting ugly, man.
They
Yeah,
can load up the box as much as they want to. I believe in this offensive line. And you got
too. I like it.
3 guys that where you go as far as you can, need a break. That's all right. We'll bring in our second bruiser, Jordan Mason. All right,
Yeah.
you need a break. We'll bring in our third bruiser, Xavier Scott.
Xavier Scott. Let's go, man.
Let's
Shout
go,
out
man.
Xavier Scott, man. Hey, but I will say this real quick. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna say it because I said it in a video. I'm releasing a video. I have a video just waiting to release. I was waiting for after the show. But I have a video I'm dropping on Xavier Scott for Vikings fans, man. So if y'all in the building, make sure you tap in and watch that after the show.
And
you'll hear
as
my
it
take on that.
stands, Lucky Jackson is in line to be the wide receiver 3 those first 3 weeks.
Okay. Which
So,
makes sense.
right.
Makes sense. I mean, he earned it, right?
Yeah.
I think like last
Looked
year
great.
he played, last year in camp, he was doing good. I made fun of him coming out of the XFL. I'm like, yo, we getting this dude out of the XFL. That's when Kwesi was going XFL crazy. I mean, we bringing motherfuckers from the XFL. Like, we got an XFL roster out here now. Well, hold on, wait a minute, Kwesi, relax. Like, what are you doing?
One thing I can give Kwesi, and we dog him about his drafting, but when you look obviously at free agent signings, but also at this XFL signing stuff, Lucky Jackson's not the only guy he signed from the XFL.
No,
he also signed Redmond as well. So those are two quality rotation guys that he went out there and grabbed from the XFL. So
he utilizing that XFL. That's what it's for. That's what it's for.
I talk shit about Kwesi and his drafting. I gotta tip my cap to him on free agency and him being able to find talent outside of the draft.
Yeah, man. Anything else we want to touch on though, man? And let's make sure we touch on Skull Fest really quick too, man.
Oh yeah, please.
We got to touch on Skull Fest. Why? Because we're getting closer, man. And we're gonna talk about it every single show. Randy, somebody asked earlier, man. It's still up in the air. Where we at, Randy? Man, you're in front of the people, man. You're in front of the people now. Usually we have these conversations backstage, but I got to put you on the spot. You know what I'm saying?
I really, really want to make it, but I can't this year.
Okay. Okay.
Next year, I promise.
All right. Y'all
hear that? Y'all hear that, chat? Y'all hear that?
I promise.
He promised us. You guys say that.
Also
clip it.
Promised. Go
clip
ahead.
Clip it.
Next year, I will be there. But something else I promised will be on the way. The first regular season game. That's what, Monday Night Football against Chicago?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're going to be wearing something?
Yeah. Screw you, Rap and Jeff Okuda, because that is I could not have been more confident in a roster player as far as who's gonna make it or not. I'm like, oh, Jeff Okuda, he's finished. Yeah. He's washed. He's a bust. Yeah. They gave this man a fully guaranteed contract that they can't even cut him without taking on dead money.
Hold on, when they do that? That was when they brought him on, you mean?
When they brought him on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't look into that.
Yeah, like, because I was looking into when the Jalen Ramsey talk was happening.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, I don't think they're going to do it. But if they are going to try to do it, you need to free up some cap space, because whatever team acquires that player, Jalen Ramsey, you're going to have to pay him $21 million. So I was like, all right. Let me go on the Over the Cap website and check out the Vikings salary cap situation for this year. Yeah. Oh, they got 18 million left. Okay, cool. You need $3 more million. And I was like, all right, first guy I'm going to, Jeff Okuda. Get out of town. And all it did was add more dead cap.
So hold on. So you're wearing a Jeff Okuda jersey on Monday night? No. I mean, where does this tie into the Monday night?
It's worse. It's worse than Okuda jersey.
Worse.
Sean Mannion jersey?
Sean Mannion.
Yes.
Holy.
Yeah.
So everybody got Monday night. Yep, Monday night you got to tap into Realistic Randy's live stream, which I look forward to, man. You know what I mean? Like during the season, bro, you put on a great show for the live streams, like one of the best in my opinion, like when it comes to chilling, kicking it, watching the game, the chat, just being active, man. That shit's good shit, man. So I'll definitely tap into the building, man. So I look forward to that. But next year, Skull Fest, man, you got to be there.
I will be there. I promise.
Yeah, and then next year we'll be in US Bank Stadium. So
next year, bro, ain't no telling where it's gonna be at. It might be in US Bank or TCO. They might even let us rent TCO.
We're selling out US Bank, Doug. We're selling out US Bank.
Yeah, it's getting nasty. You know what I'm saying? It's getting nasty, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. T-Pain's performing the whole nine.
T-Pain, everybody.
Isn't Skull Fest before the weekend or the Saturday night before the first home game of the year?
Night before the home opener.
Okay, got it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So, you guys don't miss it. There's every week we're adding something new to where it just like it blows my mind of how far we've come with this event and what we're actually doing with this event. So if you guys are in the cities, if you guys are coming to the cities for the home opener, make sure you guys RSVP, man, because you are not going to want to miss this show. It's going to be a party. It's not a show. It's a party. We're going to have some fun.
It is a party.
Games. We're gonna be drinking. We're gonna be doing a lot. We got live performances. We got a bunch of shit going on.
And SK told me you know he broke the RSVP numbers earlier, man. And I'm gonna tell you right now, y'all thought I've been bullshitting. Y'all better get there early, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I'm not telling you that shit just because I feel like I'm trying to hype it up, bro. I'm telling you the truth, bro.
Yeah.
You better get there early, bro. But hey, I just dropped the Skullfest merch in the chat as well. Go cop you a Skullfest sweater, shirt, man. That's how you can support us. Especially, you know, I really want to push the ones who, first of all, if you're gonna be there, we want to see you pull up in the Skullfest merch for sure. But even if you're not going to be there, man, I'm doing a personal giveaway where send me your confirmation that you ordered a sweater, a hat, whatever the case may be, and you will enter a raffle that I'm doing, man. I'm gonna give away a Vikings jersey of your choice. But, you know, I need those receipts. Send them to my email, purplepocketpodcast@gmail. Send them to SK, purpleparlor1@gmail. Just let us know that you made the purchase, man. We've been getting a lot of purchases lately, man, and we appreciate you and support you guys. Or we appreciate you guys and thank you for supporting us, shall I say, man. So, hey, go cop that merch, man. Go cop that Skullfest merch. It's fire.
And speaking of that merch, man, we got to give a shout out to our sponsor. I may have missed our shout out, but I got to give my personal shout out to our sponsor, Custom Grains, man. They are our main sponsor, not only for Skullfest, but also for Purple Parlor. So when you guys are looking for hats, shirts, apparel, anything, even woodwork, go out there, go to Custom Grains. They got everything you need, including the Skullfest collaboration too. So make sure you guys go check them out, grab some Skullfest merch, and hell, take a pic, post it on Twitter, show us some love, man, because this is a movement. This is a movement. We're planning on growing this thing, and it is growing at a rapid rate.
And we want to get Randy up. Randy even can use our sponsor, and we can create him a custom Sean Mannion shirt, man. I mean, that's definitely something we can do. You know, maybe hey, you know what? You know what? Hey, listen, this year right here is perfect. Remember our what do we call it? The Blazing Seven, whatever we called it. It was some Colin Cowherd. I feel like we got to change the name of that shit now because that shit sounding too Cowherdish. You know what I mean? But I think the loser, because we kind of didn't hold up our end of the bargain last year with that, because you know Randy lost that and we were supposed to, but he's gonna make up for it. He's gonna do it on his own here on Monday.
Yeah, I think we can tie in what you're doing to yourself for the Monday night stream. Maybe you can wear that same jersey for a Purple Parlor show, and we'll call it even. Yeah, we'll call it even. How about that, Randy?
But I say after this season, we're gonna come up with a custom shirt for Randy when he loses. You know what I mean? Like, you see, I'm already booking it. He's already gonna be last. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get the motivation out of him. So we're gonna come up with a custom shirt that we can reach out to our sponsors, Custom Grains, and they'll be able to make it just how we want it. We'll let the chat get involved, man. Whatever slogan, we'll just get it big on his chest.
You know what? Let's do the punishment now. Randy, I'm not going to say it's you, but let's just, whoever comes in last place on our game pick, Sizzling 7 this year, the other two get to pick a custom jersey or shirt jersey for that person. And it's going to be bedazzled. It's going to look real cute. It's going to be real cute.
Real bearish type vibes, you know, Caleb Williams type
vibes, you know.
Hey, for sure, man. Hey, y'all, make sure you hit the like button on the way out the door, though, man. For sure, hit the like button. Randy, did you want to leave the people with anything before we get up out of here, man?
It's going to be a good year. I have high expectations for this team. Don't let any outside influencers tell you otherwise. This team, I think, is destined for, I don't know how high their ceiling is, but 2 out of the first 3 years that KOC has been the head coach and Kwesi Adafo-Mensah has been the GM, you won at least 13 games in 2 out of those 3 years. This is going to be, I think, especially you're going to be healthy. JJ McCarthy, his development. Dude, I see it. I see all of these naysayers that talk their shit. JJ McCarthy this, the Vikings that. I predict 6-11, whatever, and I just laugh.
Yeah.
So don't even engage it. We're good.
I'm with you, bro. 100%, man. SK, man, go ahead, sail us out, man. Sail us out of the building, man.
Man, I got a bunch of noise of the kids and the dog in the background, but it's gonna be a great season. I'm excited. Obviously, I'm excited with Skullfest, JJ McCarthy, this run game, this defense is something I'm extremely excited about. So, yeah, man, I'm ready to go. Let's get it going.
Appreciate y'all, man, and holla at ya, boy.